You will be a millionaire in 1 month. Not because of effort, not because of hustle, not because of anything the world teaches, but because you will awaken to a truth that has always been within you. Imagination creates reality. The moment you accept this, not as a theory, but as a fact, your life begins to reorganize itself according to your assumptions. The riches you desire, the lifestyle you long for, the security you dream of, they are not somewhere far away, waiting for the right moment. They exist within you right now, awaiting your recognition and acceptance. In exactly 1 month, if you dare to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you will begin to witness the outer world reshaping itself to match your inner world. Do not ask how this will happen. That question alone reveals doubt. The how is not your responsibility. The how belongs to a deeper intelligence, to the unseen processes of life that operate beyond logic. Your only task is to accept the end, to live in the end, to feel the reality of already having what you desire. What you accept as true about yourself, even if denied by your senses, if persisted in, must harden into fact. So do not look to your current bank balance, your circumstances, or what others say. These are only reflections of past assumptions. They are echoes of the old version of you. The new version of you is already wealthy. The new version of you already lives in abundance, and you must begin to walk, think, and feel as though that is already your reality. You must see yourself spending freely, giving generously, living without fear of lack. You must imagine conversations where people congratulate you, where your success is natural and expected. This is not fantasy. This is creation. Everything that exists today was first imagined. Every building, every invention, every opportunity was born in imagination before it appeared in the physical world. If you continue to say, "I want to be rich," you are only reinforcing the state of wanting. Wanting is lack. Instead, you must shift into the identity of already having. You must say within yourself, "I am wealthy now." Even if your senses disagree, even if your current reality seems to contradict it, you must persist, because your imagination is not lying to you. It is revealing what is possible when accepted as true. There was once a man who had nothing left, no job, no money, no hope, but he began to live in his imagination as a wealthy man. He felt it so deeply that it became natural to him. He imagined himself writing checks, helping his family, living freely. And one day, without effort, without struggle, something shifted. A forgotten opportunity resurfaced, and his life changed overnight. What happened was not luck. It was the natural result of a sustained assumption. The law does not judge. It does not question whether your belief is realistic or unrealistic. It simply reflects what you assume to be true. If you assume lack, you experience lack. If you assume wealth, you experience wealth. The world is a mirror, and it reflects not what you want, but what you are conscious of being. So now ask yourself, who are you being? Are you the one waiting for money, or the one who already has it? Because the moment you shift into being the one who already has it, everything begins to change. Your thoughts change, your feelings change, your actions change, and eventually your world changes. To enter the state of wealth, you must begin to feel it. Not forcefully, not artificially, but naturally. How would you feel if money was no longer a concern? How would you walk, speak, and think? You would feel calm, secure, confident. That feeling is the key. That feeling is the doorway. You can enter this state anywhere, while lying in bed, sitting quietly, or even during your daily routine. Close your eyes and imagine your life as already complete. See the details, feel the emotions, hear the sounds. Let it become real to you. Because once it feels real within, it must become real without. Each day, return to this state. In the morning, remind yourself that it is already done. At night, review your day as though you lived it as your ideal self. If anything contradicts your desire, revise it in imagination. Replace it with what you prefer. This is how you plant the seed. And once the seed is planted, it must grow. Just as nature follows its own laws, your assumption will move toward expression. You may not see immediate results, but you will begin to notice changes. Opportunities will appear. Ideas will come. People will enter your life. These are not coincidences. They are the unfolding of your assumption. Do not interrupt this process with doubt. Do not dig up the seed by questioning it. Trust it. Persist in it. Feel it as real, because the more real it becomes within you, the faster it will appear in your world. As you continue in this practice, something subtle yet powerful will begin to shift within you. What once felt like imagination will start to feel like memory. What once felt distant will begin to feel present. And this is the turning point, because the moment your desire feels natural, the moment it feels like a normal part of who you are, it is already done. Nothing can enter your life until it first becomes part of your inner identity. You cannot receive what you do not accept as yours. So you must begin to see yourself differently. Speak of yourself as one who already possesses abundance. Think from the result, not toward it. Feel the satisfaction now, not later, because creation is finished in consciousness before it appears in form. The outer world may still look the same for a while, but do not be deceived. The outer world is always delayed. It reflects past assumptions, not your current ones. So if you have changed within, trust that the outer must follow. It has no choice. It cannot resist a sustained assumption. Watch your inner conversations carefully. What you repeatedly tell yourself becomes your reality. If you continue to say, "This is too hard," or "This is impossible," then that is what will be reflected back to you. But if you begin to say, "This is natural for me, wealth flows easily to me, everything is already working in my favor," then those assumptions begin to take root. This is not about pretending. It is about accepting a new truth before it becomes visible. It is about choosing your identity deliberately instead of reacting to circumstances. Because circumstances do not define you, they reflect you. If at any point doubt arises, do not fight it aggressively. Do not give it power. Simply return to your chosen state. Close your eyes again. Feel the reality again. Remind yourself that it is already done. The more often you return, the stronger the new state becomes. You are not trying to convince the world. You are only convincing yourself. And once your inner conviction becomes stable, the world will begin to mirror it automatically. You will start to notice changes that feel almost effortless. Conversations will shift. Opportunities will appear in unexpected ways. Paths that were once hidden will become visible. Do not mistake these changes as luck. They are the natural result of your inner alignment. The world is reorganizing itself around your new identity. Everything that matches your state is being drawn toward you, and everything that does not match is falling away. This is why persistence is so important, not forced repetition, but consistent returning. Returning to the feeling, returning to the identity, returning to the knowing that it is already yours. Because what you persist in, you become. And what you become, you experience. There is no need to rush. There is no need to force anything. Creation does not respond to pressure. It responds to certainty. When you are certain within, the outer world aligns without struggle. Even if nothing seems to be happening, continue. Even if the world appears unchanged, remain faithful. Just like a seed grows beneath the surface before it becomes visible, your assumption is working behind the scenes. It is forming, organizing, and preparing its expression. You may begin to feel different before you see anything change. You may feel lighter, more confident, more secure. That is the sign. That is the evidence that the shift has already occurred within you. And once it has occurred within, it is only a matter of time before it appears outside. Stop measuring progress by physical results. Measure it by your inner state. Are you thinking differently? Are you feeling differently? Are you reacting differently? If the answer is yes, then the manifestation is already in motion. You are not separate from your desire. You are not chasing something outside of you. You are becoming the version of yourself that already has it. And as you continue to live from that version, the gap between imagination and reality disappears. The world will begin to feel more responsive. You will notice that things seem to happen at the right time, in the right way, without effort. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is what happens when your inner state matches your desired reality. So remain steady, remain calm, remain faithful to what you have accepted within. Because the moment it becomes natural to you, the moment it feels like who you truly are, it is done. Now understand this clearly. The final stage of this process is not about doing more. It is about being more consistent in who you have chosen to be. By this point, you are no longer trying to become wealthy. You are no longer hoping something will change. You have already stepped into the identity of the one who has it. And from this identity, everything begins to feel different. You move through your day with a quiet certainty. You no longer react to every situation with fear or doubt. Instead, you carry an inner knowing that things are working in your favor, even when you cannot yet see the full picture. This calm confidence is not forced. It comes naturally when you accept that your assumption is already reality. There will still be moments when the old thinking tries to return. There may be situations that seem to contradict your desire, but these are only remnants of past assumptions. They are fading echoes, not present truth. Do not give them attention. Do not give them meaning. Simply return to your state and continue forward. This is where most people fail, not because the law does not work, but because they abandon their assumption too soon. They look for immediate proof, and when they do not see it, they fall back into doubt. But you must understand, the moment you accepted the new identity, the process was already set in motion. There is nothing more to start. There is only something to continue. Live each day as the person who already has what you desire. Let your thoughts reflect it. Let your reactions reflect it. Let your inner conversations reflect it. You do not need to announce it to the world. You do not need validation from others. Your inner acceptance is enough. As you persist, you will notice that life begins to rearrange itself in ways you could not have predicted. Opportunities may come from unexpected places. People may offer help without you asking. Situations may shift suddenly. These are not random events. They are the bridge of incidents leading you to what you have already claimed within. Do not try to control how it happens. Do not interfere with the process by overthinking. Your only role is to remain faithful to the state you have chosen. Everything else is taken care of by a deeper intelligence that knows exactly how to bring your assumption into form. You may reach a point where it feels completely normal to think of yourself as wealthy. When that happens, you will notice that you are no longer checking for results. You are no longer questioning when it will happen, because in your mind, it already has. That is the state where manifestation becomes inevitable. And then, in what may seem like an ordinary moment, something will happen. It may come suddenly or gradually, but it will feel natural. It will not feel like a miracle. It will feel like something that was always meant to be, because in truth, it was already yours the moment you accepted.